This brief video is going to be titled Herbal Medicine and Cancer Therapy, Overcoming Obstacles, Profiling Curcumin. And what I want to try and get across in this video is the idea that herbal medicine has a firm place in the treatment of a life-threatening disorder as serious as cancer. Now, I'm profiling curcumin because most people have heard that word. Curcumin is an extract of turmeric, the spice turmeric, and turmeric has a long history of use in the Ayurvedic tradition for many, many things. As we're going to use it, it's going to be in its extracted form, and the extract is known as curcumin. Now, you can get a variety of curcumin type products on the market, but what you want to start with is something that has 95% curcuminoid purity. That means it's 95% purity of the curcuminoid family of flavonoids that are in there. So you're assured that you've got that kind of concentration. That's the first thing. The next thing that you want is a high ratio extract that also contains that 95% purity tag to it. So something that's 95% curcuminoids as well as a 25-to-1 extract. Now that is important. And what does that 25-to-1 mean? That means if you took an ounce of turmeric and put an ounce of this 25-to-1 curcumin extract against it, it would have 25 times more the curcuminoids in it. That is a big leap forward in terms of your ability to treat people. This is a crucial thing in treating life-threatening disorders, that you must get dosages up high enough and sustain them long enough to get impact on the disorder. Now, as well as getting that level of ratio and purity, you need to take enough of it on a daily basis to get effect. And the upper dosage range is about 8 grams, and that's quite a bit. That would be roughly 2 grams 4 times a day. Now, in real time, as a clinician, as an herbal clinician, you generally don't use one herb. You use combinations of them. And the primary function of applying curcuminoids is their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effect. Now, they have myriad other effects in terms of cancer and the general health of the body. But inflammation and free radical production are 2 driving forces in all diseases, but especially in cancer, because it loves inflammation and free radical production. It depends on it to further its aim, which is basically to kill the host, unfortunately. And because of that, it is an opportunistic disorder that we must challenge on the same basis. So we don't have, as a practitioner of natural medicine, we don't possess the armamentarium of cytotoxic therapies that standard practice oncology does. So what the approach is basically to take ground from the cancer. That is, take things away from it that it's trying to use for its own ends. And curcumin is brilliant at doing this. There are multiple inflammatory pathways. 2 of them are COX-2 and LOX-5 pathways. There are also the eicosanoid pathways that have to do with fat production. But in terms of regulating these inflammatory pathways, curcumin excels. It is a brilliant protector of the liver, the heart, the kidneys. I use it both in chemo and in radiation in terms of protecting the body, and I use it in this form. Now, once again, as I mentioned, when I use herbs or supplements, I generally don't use them as single agents. So in terms of curcuminoids at these 25-to-1 ratio, I would combine it with something like a green tea extract. But the green tea extract would be at least 90% polyphenols and 40% EGCG, which is the primary catagen that has been studied in green tea. If I was going to use something like an OPC with it, which is an oligoanthropocyanidin, I would be having something that's at 100-to-1 full ratio. So again, you get this idea that these are very potent herbal agents that can have a very profound effect on the body. So instead of giving people, say, 2 grams a day of curcuminoids, I would combine them into these formulas and get you a much wider, deeper effect in the body, a much more prolonged effect. So if curcumin affected 3 or 5 lines in the cancer, if you combine things properly, you can affect 10 more deeply, with greater width and greater strength than you can with the independent herbs on their own. And they tend to balance each other very well as well. Now, this this idea of trying to overcome obstacles in cancer therapy can be accomplished partially through what I just said. That is, you have to get things at a strong enough dosage level, and you have to take them frequently enough to keep blood levels up. So, in terms of, if you wish more information on this kind of material, there are about 20 articles on my website. Some of them are directly concerned with cancer, some of them with insulin resistance, some of them with diet. But the website address is www.herbalist.com, and if you wish to reach me via email, it's contact@herbalist-herbs.com, or through my direct line, which is 530-933-8244. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and please check out the website. There's a lot of great information there.